Good evening and welcome to the live and interactive quizzing session Qriosity conducted by THiNC Institute of Design. So we are back with yet another season of Qriosity quiz. So we'll be starting the session in a while. So let's wait for the participants to join. After that, we'll be starting our demo session. So you can see on the screen 9896132. That is the game pin for your session. So you have to enter this in your Kahoot app to enter this quiz. Right, so this is for the people who are already aware of the quiz. So for those who are not aware of the quiz, I'll just briefly explain how you have to play this quiz. So before that, let's wait for few participants to join. After that, I'll be explaining the process. Mayamai has joined. Welcome, Mayamai. Pumpkin has joined. Welcome, Devapriya. Once again, I'm repeating 9896132. That is the game pin for your demo session. All right, so for those who are not aware of the game pin process, I'll just briefly explain how you have to play this quiz. So initially what you have to do is that if you're using a mobile device, you have to download the Kahoot app from the Android or Apple store. So after downloading and opening the app, you have to enter the game pin. Game pin is displayed in your screen 9896132. It's also available in the chat box. You can copy it from there also. So after copying the game pin, you have to paste it in your Kahoot app. At that time, you'll be given entry to this game. Okay, so if you're not having an extra mobile device, still you can play this game. How you can play this game is that you have to in your computer you have to open two browsers. In one browser you have to open the site www.kahoot.it. So there also one screen will appear for you to enter the game pin. Again, there also you have to enter the same game pin only, 9896132. If you are not having two browsers, still you can play this game. You have to open you have to use the split screen option in your computer. In one screen, you have to open the Kahoot site, www.kahoot.it. Again, the same process will be repeated. You have to enter this game pin, 9896132. Okay, at that time, you will be given entry to the gaming process. Right. So we have more participants joining. So what you have to do is that you have to read the question from the YouTube Live. So in one device or in one split screen or one browser, you have to open the YouTube Live, and in another browser only you have to open the Kahoot app. Okay, so in our YouTube Live, we'll be showing the questions. We'll be showing the questions as well as the options will be shown in the YouTube Live. So you have to observe that thing. You have to observe the questions as well as options, and you have to click on the corresponding color codes in your Kahoot app or web browser. Because the options will not be available in your mobile device, your Kahoot app or web browser. It will be available only in your YouTube Live. So make sure that you are not missing the YouTube Live. Okay. Right, so if you still have any doubts, make sure that you're asking in the chat box. We'll be happy to help you. So initially we'll be having the demo session. So this game pin, the game pin 9896132 is for the demo session. Okay, so after the demo session, we'll be going into the real quiz. So if you're not aware of the gaming process, you can attend the demo session, and at that time you'll have a real-time experience of how you have to play this quiz. Okay, all right. So that's it. So if you are ready for the session, just enter ready in the chat box so that we can start the session. We have Nelina, Chris, Ameya, Nandita, Lakshman, Sakla, Aishwarya, Melvin, Devapriya, Pumpkin, and Mayamai. So if you are ready, just enter ready in the chat box. So after that, we can start the session. First, we'll be having the demo session. Okay. All right. So I'm waiting for messages. So today's topic is architectural awareness. In the main quiz, the topic is architectural awareness. All right, so we have Mayamai, Saurabh ready. Okay, all right. So I think we can start the session, demo session. So here comes your first question in the demo session. 3, 2, 1. This is the first question in demo session. Who designed the Hyder Aliyev Center, Azerbaijan? So here you can see that the timer is running on the left side, 55, 56. The timer will vary. Depends upon the question, the timer will also vary. Okay, right side you can see that who all are writing the answers. Below you can see the options also. Options, top you can see the question, below you can see the options, and you can see that every option is in separate color code. A shape code will also be there. So in your Kahoot app or web browser, you'll only be able to see this colors as well as the shape code. Okay, so make sure that you are watching the YouTube Live and you're clicking on the corresponding color code in your mobile application or web browser. Okay, so now we have the answers, and here you can see that Zaha Hadid is the correct answer. The correct option is being highlighted with a tick mark, and all of the options are being faded out. Okay. All right. So that's regarding the question. So now we'll be moving on to a scoreboard. So this is how the scoreboard will looks like, and here you can see that Moto's in the top spot with 978 points. Second spot we have Hannat. Third we have Mayamai. Fourth we have Nandita, and fifth we have Nia. So that's status of scoreboard. Moving on to second question. So again, you can see the question here, and four options will appear here. You can see that A, B, C, D, four options are there. Timer you can see in the left side. Right side you can see how many of you attended the questions. If you still have any doubts, make sure that you're asking it in the chat box. Right. So here we can see that everybody has attended the answer correctly. So A is the correct option. Okay. So now we'll be moving on to the podium. We won't be having the scoreboard now. We'll be directly moving on to the podium. Podium is the place where we'll be able to find who all has come to the top, the final toppers or the final winners of the quiz. Okay. So here comes a podium, and here you can see the third spot goes to Nilina with 1923 points. Second spot we have Nandita, and first spot we have Moto, and runners up are Devapriya and Hannat. Okay, right. So this is how the final result screen will look like. So now we are moving on to the real quiz. So a new game pin will be generated. You have to repeat the same process. You have to enter this game pin in your Kahoot app. That time you'll be given entry to the game. Okay. All right. So we have passed the demo session. So if you still have any doubts, just make sure that you're asking it in the chat box. We'll be happy to help you. And today's topic is architectural awareness. We have Modi ji. Mayamai Lakshman Chris, Sahla, Nia, Modi ji, Ameya, Nilina, Hanna, Devapriya, Aishwarya. Welcome to the session. Pumpkin. Let's see. So the new game pin is posted in the chat box also. Just copy it from there. You can either use a mobile app or you can use the web browser, anything which is convenient for you. So this is a final game pin 2199889. Okay. Right, so we'll be having two bonus questions also. Bonus questions means two questions will be having double the points. Double the point. So make sure that you're not missing those questions. That question can make you, if you are in the bottom of the table, still that question can make you to the top of the table. So that is the advantage of getting a bonus question correct. So make sure that you're not missing the bonus question. Right. So any doubts you can ask it in the chat box. We'll be happy to help you. We have Prathamesh, Aisha, Nandita, Adira, Laurie Baker, Chiku, Aisha, two Aishas, Melvin, Hanna, Betsy, Pumpkin, Aishwarya, Hannat, Devapriya, Mayamai, Lakshman, Chris, Sahla, Nia, Ameya, Nilina, Banu, Arya. Welcome all to the session. So tomorrow we are celebrating Eid. So advance wishes from my side. Akshay, Banu. So let's wait for a few more seconds, few more minutes. After that, we'll be starting the session. So we have already crossed the demo session. So if you are still having any doubts, just ask it in the chat box, okay? Or maybe I'll just briefly explain how you have to play this game one more time. So what you have to do is that if you are using a mobile device, make sure that you're downloading the Kahoot app from your Android or Apple Store. So after downloading and opening, you have to enter the game pin 219-9889 in your mobile device. Otherwise, you can use the Kahoot website also, www.kahoot.it. That also you can use. There also you have to enter the same game pin only displayed in your screen. Okay. So the questions will be displayed in the YouTube Live, and in your mobile browser, the corresponding color codes, shape codes will only be available. Okay. So make sure that you are not missing the YouTube Live. So one more thing to remind you, we are actually having a Telegram channel regarding your exam preparation. So in that channel, we'll be updating the notifications regarding your examinations, our further programs, schedules of our quizzes, and all these things will be updated in our Telegram channel. So the link will be posted in the chat box. So you have to click. You can click on the link and join our Telegram channel, and it will be helpful for you. Okay. All right, so I think we can start the session. So if you are ready for the session, just enter ready in the chat box. Prathamesh is already ready. Let's wait for a few more messages. After that, we'll be starting the session. We have Arun, Anthony, Godi, Nantana, Nanda, Madhavika, Rishika, Akshay, Aisha, Banu, Arya, Prathamesh, Aisha, Nandita, Atira, Lori Baker, Chikku, Melvin, Hanna, Betsy, Pumpkin, Aishya, Annat, Miyamai, Lakshman, Sahla, Nia, Ameya, Nilina. All right, so Prathamesh is ready, Hasanti is ready, Miyamai is ready. All right, so I think we can start the session. So starting the session. And here comes your first question. All right, time's up. So the windows provided above the eye level are called clerestory. That is a high section of the wall that contains those windows above the eye level. Okay, clerestory. So moving on to scoreboard, and this is the first scoreboard in our section. So Malavika is on the top after first question. Prathamesh with 920 points. Second spot we have Prathamesh. Third we have Annath. Fourth we have Laurie Baker, and fifth we have Miyamai. Right. So moving on to next question. So if you are still anybody is out there and want to join the quiz, you can enter this game pin and join the quiz anytime. All right. So moving on to second question. All right. So Raj Revel is the man behind the Asian Games village in New Delhi. New Delhi is in the Siri Fort area. It was in the Siri Fort area, and it was constructed as part of the 1982 Asian Games. Right. Moving on to scoreboard again. We have Malavika on the first spot with 1836 points. Second, we have Laurie Baker. Third, we have Prathamesh. Fourth, we have Chris. And fifth, we have Sahla. All right, that's how the scoreboard looks after 2 questions. Moving on to third. And here comes your third question. All right, time's up. So Alai Darwaza of Delhi was built by Alauddin Khilji. Alauddin Khilji. You all might have seen this movie Padmavat, in which Ranveer Singh has played the role of the cruel Alauddin Khilji. Okay. All right. So that's regarding Alai Darwaza. Moving on to scoreboard again. Malaga is still on the top with 2693 points. Second, we have Chris. Third, Laurie Baker. Fourth, we have Sahla. And fifth, we have Hannat. So we have a new climber here. Arya climbing up 12 places in the scoreboard. Fourth question. All right, regarding Jark Angles, following is a documentary of the famous architect Jark Angles. Big Time, Jark Angles by Kastar Astrup and Astrup Schroeder. Okay, so Jark Angles, regarding Jark Angles, he's a Danish architect, well known for his designing of his mountain dwellings. Scoreboard. Malavika has had highest answers streak of 4 correct answers in a row. Second, we have Laurie Baker. Malavika has scored 3566 points. Second, we have Laurie Baker. Third goes to AMI. Fourth, we have Nandana. And fifth, we have Akira. So, fifth question. All right, time's up. So, identify the architectural term of the image shown below, and that is Bart's wood. Now to scoreboard. Malavika 4413 points and top spot. Second, we have Nandana. Third, we have Prathamesh. Fourth, we have Chris. And fifth, we have Laurie Baker. And it was a combo breaker, and 3 players just dropped their answers because 4. So, sixth question. All right, Edge of Possible is the documentary of which of the following architect? And the answer is John Utzon, again a Danish architect and very, very famous for designing the Opera House in Sydney, Australia. Okay. All right. Again, scoreboard. We have Malavik again the top with 5332 points. Second, we have Laurie Baker. Third, we have Prathamesh. And fourth, we have Nandan. And fifth, we have Atira. And here, Sahla is the highest climber here, climbing up 5 places in the scoreboard. So seventh question. All right, so the historical lake palace is situated in Udaipur. Okay, so it is actually the summer palace of the Mewar kings, the royal dynasty of Mewar. So now it is actually a hotel. All right, moving on to scoreboard again. So we have Malawi on the top spot with 6255 points, and second we have Prathamesh, third we have Laurie Baker, fourth we have Nandana, fifth we have Adira. There is no change in the scoreboard, I think, only changes in the points. Okay, we have a new climber here. Arun is the highest climber here. I'll just take one question from the chat box. Ishika Sirpaya, sir, answer kaise karu? Ishika, what you have to do is that you have to download the Kahoot app. If you're using a mobile device, just download the Kahoot app from your Play Store, and after that, you have to enter the game pin 219 9989. You have to enter this game pin in your Kahoot app. At that time, you'll be given entry to this game. You can start playing from the 8th question onwards. Okay, that's how you have to play, and make sure that you're not missing the YouTube live. The questions will be displayed in the YouTube live, and the option you have to play using your Kahoot app and by entering the game pin 2199889. Okay. All right. Still, you can enter this game pin anytime. You can enter the game pin. The game is open only. Right. Moving on to 8th question. I hope I have answered it clearly, Ishika. All right, time's up. So, in which of the following the phenomenon of total internal reflection of light is used? It's in the formation of mirage. I think there is a competition. Everybody has answered all of the questions, options, I think. All right, so formation of mirage. It's not a difficult question, I think. You might have seen this mirage, right? When you are driving in highways and all. So when the surface, ground surface is really hot and the top air is actually little colder, then you will be experiencing this phenomenon of mirage. Okay. All right, so that is where the phenomenon of total internal reflection is being used. All right, moving on to scoreboard. Malavika, 6255 points and top spot. Second, we have Nandana. Third, we have Prathamesh. Fourth, we have Atira. Atira is back with an answer. We have 3 correct answers in that. And fifth, we have Laurie Baker. Ninth question. All right, identify the architectural term, and that is fan lights. Most of you have answered correctly. So, scoreboard. Malavika still on top with 7092. Second, we have Nandana. Third, we have Prathamesh. Fourth, we have Atira. And fifth, we have Laurie Baker. Once again, Arun is the highest climber here, climbing up 7 places in the scoreboard. Now we are moving on to our 10th question. And 10th question will be having double the points. So make sure that you're not missing the question. Can make a big difference if you are in the bottom of the table and even if you're on the top of the table. All right, time's up. The main block of Supreme Court building of India was designed by which of the following architect? Answer is Ganesh Bikaji Dio Laliga, and he designed the main 1958 wing of the Supreme Court of India building. Okay, all right. So moving on to Skogu. Malavika still on top, 7092. Second, we have 64 with 6478 points. We have Adira. Third, we have Nandana. Fourth, we have Banu. And fifth, we have Prathamesh. New climber, Aisha. Aisha is a new climber climbing up 8 places in the scoreboard. 11th question. All right, time's up. Which type of mirror is used in the airlines or vehicles? So concave mirror. I think it was an easy question. So scoreboard again. Okay, we have a new topper here. Adira is a new topper with 7101 points, and Malawi is in the second spot with 7092. Very close. Third, we have Nandana. Fourth, we have Banu, and fifth, we have Sahla. New climber here, Beluga. Beluga is the highest climber here, climbing up 4 places in the scoreboard. So 12th question. Before that, just let me remind you regarding the Telegram channel one more time. So we have a Telegram channel where we'll be posting the updates regarding your examinations, our future programs and all. So the link is actually posted in the chat box. So just click on the link and join the channel. All right. So 12th question. All right, time's up. So the International Court of Justice is located in Hague, the city in Netherlands. Scoreboard. We have Adira still on the top with 7860 points. Second, we have Banu. Third, we have Sahla. Fourth, we have Anna. And fifth, we have Pumpkin. I think almost everybody are newcomers in the scoreboard. So moving on to the team. All right, identify the famous monument, and it is Imambara Husainabad Mubarak. It's also called Bara Imambara or Asti Imambara, and it's in the Imambara complex in Lucknow, UP. Moving on to scoreboard, we have Banu on the top. All right, so we have a new topper here. The competition is getting tight, I think. Towards the end, it is getting tight, I think. All right, so new topper here, Banu with 8178 points. Second, again, Malavi has come to the top to the scoreboard again with 7980 points. Second, third, we have Sahda. Fourth, we have Adira, and fifth, we have Pumpkin. So 4 players just hit the answers, take up 4 correct answers in a row. So with that note, moving on to 14th question. All right, time's up. So the headquarters of IMD, Indian Meteorological Department, is located in New Delhi. Most of you have answered it correctly. So scoreboard, let's see. Banu still on the top with 8940 points. Second, we have Sakla. Third, we have Malaviga. Fourth, we have Anna. And fifth, we have Pumpkin. So here, 4 players just hit the answers, pick up 5 correct answers in it. Right, so moving on to 15th question, and that will be the last question, and it will be having double the points. So once again, it can make the competition. It's again tight. All right, time's up. Nisha in the mosque indicating the direction of the prayer or Qibla. What is it? It is mihrab. Okay, most of you have answered it correctly. So now we'll be moving on to the podium, and where we can see that who are the top 5 spot, the final result of the final winners we can see there. So moving on to the podium. So third we have Hanna with 10247 points. Second we have Pumpkin with 10363 points, and first we have Malaviga. All right. So after so much, we have runners up Adir and Lorry Big. After so much trials and all, we have 3 toppers and 2 runners up. So winners, what you have to do is that you have to take the screenshot of the final result screen and send it to our WhatsApp number 8086 1111024 along with the final screenshot along with your Instagram ID. So we'll be posting it in our social media handle. So once again, congratulations to all the winners and thank you to all the participants. So if you missed to be on the leaderboard this time, don't worry, we'll be having more quizzes in the future. So we'll keep you posted. So make sure that you are subscribing to our YouTube channel as well as make sure that you're following our Telegram channel. Okay. All right. So thank you so much. Have a great night and advance Eid Mubarak.